The unsettling feeling lingered long after closing the door behind me, an unsolved mystery tucked into the history of that once familiar house. I often wondered about Jeremy, the boy shadowed by the scratch marks, and what became of him and his family. As the sun set, I couldn't shake the eerie sensation that, somewhere deep in that house, their stories continued to echo, waiting to be discovered by the next unsuspecting wanderer. The following weeks melted into a blur of renovations and sleepless nights, yet the memory of the Crawlspace haunted my every thought. I found myself stalking the property at odd hours, listening for whispers that might weave the stories of the past into my own. Each creak of the floorboards felt like a spoken word, tantalizing and haunting, pushing me further down the rabbit hole of its drowned histories. Even the most mundane tasks, like sorting through new offers or measuring walls, became laden with meaning, as if the house demanded I delve deeper to unearth not just its beauty, but its soul. As night descended, the house settled into an unsettling silence. Shadows danced across the walls, mimicking the stories that echoed in my mind. I pieced together the fragments of the past, wondering if Jeremy was still here, trapped between the worlds of memory and reality. While I worked diligently to bring back the house's former glory, the weight of its untold narratives pulled at me, making every brushstroke feel both reverent and intrusive. The more I restored, the more I felt the history darkly intertwining with my own life, weaving threads of empathy for the pain that lingered just beneath the surface. Days turned into weeks, and though the renovations progressed, I remained captivated by the enigma of the house. The stories within its walls seemed to ripple like hidden currents beneath the surface, driving an insatiable curiosity that refused to wane. I enlisted the help of local historians, who combed through archives and ledgers, hoping to unearth the details of the Rowan family. Each name and date revealed added layers of anguish: unpaid bills, welfare checks gone astray, and ultimately, their return to a haunting silence. As fragments of their past unwound, I began to perceive the weight of their memories intertwining with my own, an invisible thread knit against the backdrop of my renovation efforts. As the sun dipped below the horizon, my thoughts drifted back to that promise kept in the notebook. He's still inside. With each passing day, it felt like I was not just fixing walls and flooring, but also traversing a delicate tapestry woven from heartache and forgotten dreams. I could feel the essence of the family lingering, their joys and sorrows etched into the fabric of this house. In my mind, I began to unravel their narrative, wanting to bring light to the shadows that had so long been hidden away, as I encountered whispers of their lives with each layer of paint I peeled back. Yet this journey was no mere renovation. It transformed into a quest for redemption, one which demanded I tread carefully to restore not just a house, but a vessel of lost stories, and perhaps to understand the ghosts that inhabited its past. As the final coats of paint dried and sunlight streamed through the newly repaired windows, a sense of accomplishment washed over me. Yet that victory felt hollow, resonating with shadows of the past rather than warmth of a new beginning. The memories of Jeremy and the Rowan family clung to the air, whispering to me through the cracks and corners, imploring acknowledgement of the histories we often choose to forget. I watched as the house transformed into something beautiful, yet the ache of its lingering sorrow reminded me that some tales are not easily put to rest. Just as I began to feel a semblance of closure, an unexpected visit from a neighbor jolted me awake, ensuring the echoes of the past wouldn't let me go easily. She leaned in, her eyes wide with concern, revealing snippets of lore that filled the air like a thick fog. "You know," she began cautiously, "some say you can still hear him, if you listen closely enough at night." I could feel the weight of her words sink into my thoughts, intertwining with the hushed memories that lingered within the house. "Who?" I asked, my voice barely a whisper, longing for clarity amidst the unease. The neighbor hesitated, her gaze darting to the shadows creeping along the walls, as though they held secrets of their own. "Little Jeremy," she finally answered, the name hanging in the air like an echo, rippling through the fabric of my reality. "He used to play in your yard, never really left, some say." The cryptic tales of Jeremy haunted me, weaving into my memories like threads in a fraying tapestry. Each night, I found myself lying awake, straining to listen for whispers of a boy lost to time, his laughter palpable yet forever out of reach. As days passed and seasons changed, I couldn't shake the feeling that the house had become a part of me, a vessel not only for memories of the past, but a reflection of my own journey. I began to document everything I had learned, entwining my life with the Rowan family's narrative, convinced that understanding their pain might illuminate the shadows in my own heart. VO. In the hush of twilight, echoes from Jeremy's world threatened to unravel the newfound tranquility I had built. I frequently revisited the attic, feeling the urge to search for more remnants of his life, hoping for clarity amid the chaos of emotions. One evening, as I scoured the dusty corners, I stumbled upon an old stuffed bear, its fur matted with age and secrets. Holding it close, I closed my eyes and envisioned a child's laughter, the warmth of a home that once was, stirring feelings of compassion that surged forth like a tide. Each memento I uncovered shook the foundations of my heart, intertwining my narrative with the echoes of their lives, awakening a yearning to give voice to the silent stories embedded within these walls. VO. Each day unfolded like a new chapter, filled with discoveries that drew me deeper into the echoes of Jeremy's existence. One evening, while I cleaned out the remaining clutter, I came across a faded family photo tucked beneath a loose floorboard. In it, a smiling boy cradled the same stuffed bear I had found, eyes bright with innocence amidst the shadows of their lives. VO. With the house completely renovated, I had transformed its exterior and interior. Yet the tales it housed remained woven into its very essence. As I locked the door for the final time, I understood that some homes are haunted not by spirits, but by the echoes of those who once filled them with life.